Hey mountain friends, how's everybody doing? I hope y'all are having a great day. I'm going to show y'all how to make some sausage gravy. Now I grew up having sausage gravy, and I grew up, we had fresh sausage. We killed hogs every year, about 2 hogs every fall, and we had sausage gravy, and it was so good. And if you can use fresh sausage, it's even better. But I'm just going to use regular breakfast sausage that you just buy in the store, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Now, not everybody knows how to make breakfast sausage, y'all. So, and I've had a lot of people ask me how I make it. So I don't do an exact recipe, but I will do the best I can to show you how I do it, because I've been making it for so long. It's hard to tell you exactly how much to put in it. But I'm going to use about my skillet is about a 9-inch cast iron skillet, and I'm going to be fixing it in that. And so let's get started. So I'm doing about a half of a roll of breakfast sausage, and you want your heat about a medium, I guess. And I just chop it up really good. Now, not all breakfast sausage, if you can't get fresh sausage, not all sausages are the same. Not all brands are the same. I like Tennessee Pride. I like Jimmy Dean's. I like Purnell's. Purnells. I like Weber's. Weber's is a lot found down in Southeast Kentucky, down in East Tennessee. I'm from Southeast Kentucky, so if you can't get fresh sausage, Tennessee Pride's good. I think I said that one. Tennessee Pride, Jimmy Dean, those are pretty good too. And I just use, like I said, a half a roll is all I'm going to need for this size. So you got to just brown it really good. And y'all, when I was growing up, we had a lot of fresh hog meat in the freezer. So we eat most of our hog meat, as you would call it, hog meat back then, for breakfast. Fresh pork chops or sausage or something. And we didn't eat a lot of beef growing up, other than maybe getting some hamburgers, buying hamburger meat out of the store. Didn't eat a lot of steak. A lot of our supper time was just a lot of garden vegetables or beans or something. Didn't eat a lot of meat, to be honest with you. Chicken. I ate a lot of chicken because we raised chicken. That's about it. We didn't raise beef because we didn't have pastures. I was raised in a holler called 10-Yard Holler. So we didn't have pastures. There was a lot of mountains, a lot of hillsides. So, but we would every now and then buy beef. Daddy had some friends that lived over in Virginia that had some cows, and we'd buy beef, a half of a beef every now and then, and get it ground up or something. But yeah, I was raised on good old hog meat and chicken. So this is getting brown. You want it good and brown to where you got some good flavor in there. So I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes. Now I got it good and browned. I turned the heat down to about a medium, because I'm fixing to add my flour in here. So if you need to add a little oil, you can. If you don't want your gravy, you don't want it greasy, because sausage has grease in it, and when you're cooking it down like that, like this, you're rendering out the fat. So you can see there's some fat in there, some grease. If you want to add a little more, you can. You can add a little bacon grease if you wanted, or a little bit of vegetable oil. So I'm going to put my flour in, and I use self-rising flour, by the way. Now I'm going to try to give you a good measurement as I can. This is what we call a tablespoon in the kitchen. It's one of these bigger. It's not like a small spoon, but it's a little bigger. I'm going to put about 2 of these in here, heaping. Okay. Let me set this on the side. Let me get my pepper. Now you're gonna put plenty of good black pepper in it. Start stirring it around. I like good black pepper. You can use whatever how much you want. And you're gonna stir this. So what you gotta do with any kind of gravy, whether it's sausage gravy or regular, just regular gravy, you want to brown your flour a little bit. And I'm putting a little bit of salt in there, probably about a teaspoon. The secret to a good tasting gravy, if you are wanting to make gravy, make sure you brown your flour. It's roux, actually. Make sure you brown it really good. And you're going to smell it. You can smell flour when it starts to cook. It gets like a nutty, kind of a nutty type smell, and you can see it. It's brown. You want to brown it a little bit. You don't want to, if you don't, it's going to taste like paste. You don't want that. You don't want pasty gravy. And my daddy likes brown gravy when we make gravy at all. He's like, brown it, make sure you brown it. So this don't take long, as you can see, and it's browning pretty good, and this cast iron skillet holds the heat. Smells good. Now that's pretty good and brown. Now I'm going to do evaporated milk, and I'm going to do almost a whole can. I'm just going to eyeball it. And where I'm from, they call evaporated milk cream. When we was growing up, there was carnation or pet milk. We call it pet milk a lot. And like I said, we didn't have cows, so we didn't have a lot of fresh milk. So that's about 3/4 of that can. I'm going to stir this. Now, this is really up to you how thick you like your gravy. If you like it really thick, you're going to add some more. I'm going to turn my heat down because it'll start going everywhere. You don't want that. See, that's thick, so I'm going to add the rest of my milk. So I'm using a whole can, okay? Because it'll be all right. And you just make sure you scrape as you stir. If you get them, scrape off the bottom, you get all them drippings and stuff off the bottom, you get that flavor. You always want some good flavor. I'm gonna add more. I'm just adding the rest. I'm adding the whole can. So this is a regular size can of evaporated milk. And I added the whole can. And it's 12 ounces. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you don't serve gravy right away and it's got to set for a little bit, it'll thicken as it cools off too, and you don't want that. You don't want it so thick it looks like wallpaper paste, because you want it you want it thick where it'll hold on to the biscuit, but you don't want it where you can hang wallpaper with it. Did y'all ever remember having to make your own wallpaper paste? My mom used to wallpaper Lordy every year or two. I hated putting up wallpaper. So there you go. Look at that. Now I'm going to put a little bit more black pepper. I am going to taste it. Let's taste it. Give it a good taste. It's good. Now, some people do. My mama did. Now, at this point, if it's still a little thick, you can thin it down with water. It won't hurt it, because evaporated, I'm going to turn the heat off. Evaporated milk really is kind of like concentrated milk. So if you add a little water to this, you're not going to take away from the taste. You're not going to thin it down. It's not going to taste watery at all. Now, it's pretty, if that's as thick as you like it, that's good. You can add some water. I am going to add a little bit of water. Just a little. Now, I make my regular gravy about the same way. The regular gravy is just, you don't use sausage. And you use pretty much all bacon grease with regular gravy. If you want it to taste that good old timey way, you would use bacon grease. But that's about a good consistency that I would call done. Children, as Mommy would say, children. Alrighty. Okay. About ready to pour over our biscuit. Okay, y'all. So it's time to eat. I'm gonna crumble up my biscuit and have me a bite. Y'all, I remember many times us having gravy and fried taters and all that good stuff for breakfast. I mean, even for supper, it didn't matter. It didn't have to always be for breakfast. So I just, look at that. Oh, this is good. Put me a good heaping pile right on my biscuit. Lordy. Wipe off my plate so it won't look at that. So if you ain't never made sausage gravy, there you go. It ain't that hard. And really with anything, it's practice. Just practice at it. That's what I tell everybody. Just practice at it. And I put me a little bit more black pepper on mine. And if you like, what do you like on yours? You like pepper? A lot of people don't, some people don't like black pepper, but I do. Y'all. Don't buy it in a can. Don't buy it in a pack. Make it yourself. That's what I tell everybody. Make it yourself. Oh, y'all, that's good. It's so good. Y'all, there you go. Some good old-timey country sausage gravy. Oh, Lord. I need one more bite. Y'all, that's good. And where I put a little extra pepper in mine, got a little kick to it. It's so good. Y'all, it always, nothing, and my daughter is 19, and y'all see Kenzie on here all the time. The youngin' loves gravy. She would eat this and sop it every bit up. She loves gravy. She loves sausage gravy. She loves regular gravy. She likes gravy on taters. And that's what I tell her all the time. You're a gravy eating youngin', and she's a green eating youngin' too. She likes greens like her mommy. But y'all, this is good. This is good. If you make it, you let me know. Always, I love to know if you make anything. Tag me with the @ Mountain Cooking. There's no G on cooking with Missy. Okay, and I will do my best to put the recipe in the comments for y'all. But if you go back, if you watch this, it should be easy to make. And I tried to do all the good, as best measurements as I could. But I hope you make it. If you do, let me know. Y'all have a good day. And thank y'all for watching Mountain Cooking with Missy, where it's nothing fancy. Just good eating. Bye, y'all.